Guys, this is Abrahm with Pathfinder TV, instructor of the Pathfinder School, back at you. This week we're going to do a video on making a leather tinder pouch, or it's pretty much a possibles pouch, and that's pretty much anything you want to put in it, you can put in it, but in this case it's going to be made for tinder. I made one last night for a buddy I made a trade with some old vintage Boy Scout equipment and hygiene kit. I wanted that, so I made him a leather shot pouch, which is right here, and this is the basic idea, the concept you're going to get. It's the same exact thing, but this one is going to be a little bit smaller than the one we're going to make on video. But it turned out good. I mean, this is pretty much all it is. Just a pouch. This has currently 10 12 gauge shotgun shells in it. And again, it's a smaller pouch, but that's the basic concept we're going to get. And we're going to make one on video for you. But the thing is here, this one is not going to be made for me. I'm going to make it for the monthly giveaway for the viewers and subscribers, because we do always appreciate you guys watching these videos and tuning in, especially I do. So I want to make something for a token of my appreciation and give it out to the viewers. So I'm going to make a leather tinder pouch, a large leather tinder pouch, and the winner of this month's giveaway will receive this pouch. So let's start talking about the resources and materials you're going to need for this project. It's pretty simple. You're going to obviously need some kind of leather, and that's what I have under here. A buddy gifted me this last year. It's some goat skin leather, really soft. Preferably you want soft stuff for this project. Harder stuff like 8-ounce veg tan and larger or thicker leathers aren't going to work as well because you won't be able to cinch it as much. So definitely go with a softer leather. This is goat skin, and this is a dark blue color. It's almost like a black, but it's actually blue. You're going to need something to cut that leather with. I've got some leather shears, something to do your measurements with. I've just got a foldable, collapsible roller here. You're going to need something to kind of decorate. Like on this one, I've got some white-tailed deer antler to drawstring it together. That's what I'm going to use again. I'm going to use some white-tailed deer antler. A pin or something to mark your lines for your measurements when you go to cut this. Leather lace, the color of your choice. And that's it. That's all you're going to need. Very simple. Not too hard. It's a very easy project, and the main thing is this is good for beginners because you don't have to actually sew anything. So you don't need the sinew, artificial sinew, bank line, whatever you're sewing with. You don't need that, nor do you need a needle. So that's what makes it very easy and very simple for the beginners. I will not be able to finish this project in this video. It's going to have to be a two-part series for the fact that I don't have all the resources, all this leather drawstrings I have in here, this leather lace. They're all way too small for this project, so I'm going to have to run to the store sometime between next week or before next week so I can finish up the video for you guys. But we'll get the main majority of this project done. You guys pretty close, and I'm hoping the lighting situation's better for you guys. I put it above on this shelf. I rigged it up there, so hopefully it's not in your eyes, because a lot of people did complain about that, and I do apologize, but hopefully I got the problem solved and squared away. But I spread this leather out, and what you want to make sure you do is, I've got a huge piece of leather here. There's plenty to do quite a few pouches, but I want to conserve this resource as much as I can. I want to save it and use these edges to shape off of, so I'm not wasting a lot of leather. You don't want to waste this leather because leather is expensive. This was a gift to me, but I want to make sure I can get as much out of it as I possibly can. So I'm going to make this pouch. Again, I'm going to make it big. And I did post about this last night on the Pathfinder Learning Center and a couple other groups. There's Camp Craft Outdoors Learning Center. That's another good group to join. But I posted on it. I forget which group. I think it was Pathfinder Learning Center. One guy mentioned that he likes them, but you got to think that this is a lot of leather. You're kind of wasting a lot of leather when you're cinching it up. And in a sense, that's true. You are using a lot of leather. In this case, I'm going to make this pouch probably... I'm thinking actually. I'm going to go with... Actually, this is kind of... If I'm going to go with 12 inches for this pouch is what I'm going to do. Because this last one was 10, I want it to be slightly bigger. I was going to go 14, but that's quite a bit of leather there. So I'm going to go a foot. So basically what I'm going to do is find the edges here. And once I do that, I'm going to mark the 12 here and then the start of the roller on this side. And basically I'll mark the middle, which is obviously half of 12 is 6. So I'm going to make sure I can hold that center point and rotate this, and that's going to be plenty of room here. And this vise is getting in my way. But I'll probably go out about right here. That's what I'll do. So I'm going to mark that midpoint, which is 6. And then I'm going to use that midpoint, and as I do that, I'm going to just mark the 12 here and just slowly rotate around, making sure I'm keeping that midpoint there. And just marking every couple inches. And then I'll connect them at the end, and that's going to get my semicircle type shape. You want it to be as round as you can get it, but it does not have to be near perfect. I'm no artist here, so I'm going to make sure I have to get these nice and good. Because again, I'm not no artist, and I'm not very good at drawing. So basically, I'm going to just make sure you got your midpoint, which is 6, and slowly rotate this around, marking with your pen, until you get a whole bunch of lines that are pretty close all the way around. Then you just connect them into your circle, and then you'll cut that shape out, and that's all the leather you're going to need, other than a really small piece just as a stopper. But we will get into that as we get farther along in this project. And of course, you're going to need your leather lace. Cut it out. I wanted to show you guys what it looks like. And again, the shape of it is just obviously a circle. And then the size should be 12 inches across. So it's 12 inches. That is correct. The circumference of this circle is 12 inches. That's what I wanted. And I'm just going to take my shears and obviously cut this stuff. You probably could use regular scissors for this because this is thin leather, but when you get to the thicker stuff, definitely recommend a pair of shears. So I'll cut the circle out and then I'll get back with you guys. Finished up cutting the circle, and this is what I have, 12 inches in circumference. That's what you want. Before you put your leather up, make sure you cut a small piece. This is probably a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch square here. This is just so when I go to put the antler on, I'm going to put this on before it so I can cinch it all the way up without the antler messing up the actual pouch. It will be touching this little scrap piece here, but make sure it's nice and square so it's nice and neat. The good thing about this is if you have the same leather square here as your actual pouch leather, it's going to blend in very well, and you don't have to worry about it sticking out like a sore thumb. So make sure you set that aside, you don't forget it. The next thing I'm going to do is, there's a lot of measuring in this project, but it's pretty easy. I'm going to actually, I don't know why I unfolded it twice, but from the edge of this circle, and it does not have to be anywhere near perfect. I'm no artist, and I'm sure a lot of people are not, so just make sure it looks like a circle. That's all you want. If there's a few jagged edges, that's alright, it's not going to mess it up. But come from the edge of your circle 1 inch in and make a mark. You're going to go all the way around this circle 1 inch in from the edge all the way around, and then from each of these dots, when you go 1 inch in, go 1 inch over and just go all the way around until they meet. That's where you're going to actually drill your holes for your drawstring to go through, and that's pretty much this project. I mean, it's very easy, there's no sewing, and it will take shape and form as you put your objects in there. And this is a tinder pouch, so as you put your barks, pieces of fat wood, whatever you put in here, it's going to take shape. But make sure you go 1 inch in, and from each dot 1 inch over, and just go all the way around your circle. Up this project as far as I could get it right now, because the next step would be to feed the leather lace through those holes, and that's pretty much it. Once you do that, you would just take your antler or whatever you're using, drill a hole in that, cut it obviously, drill a hole in it, and then feed it through the lace, and that's pretty much it. And then you would throw your tinder in it, and it would be good to go. Make sure you take that little square you created, or you saved a little cut off piece there, and punch a hole in that the same size. You're going to put actually two things of leather lace through there, so it may need to be a little bit bigger, because once you feed it all the way around here, the two laces are going to feed through there, and then they would feed through the antler, and then you would cinch it down, and it would be good to go. I hope whoever gets this or receives it in the monthly subscriber giveaway enjoys it. I enjoyed making it. It's not finished yet, but I enjoyed it so far. I've made one last night, and it was a very quick and easy project. Good do-it-yourself. Get your kids involved with it. It's not very hard at all. Pretty much get the circle ready, have them cut it out, get the lace, feed it through there, get something to cinch it down with, and it's good to go. And it's something just to have some family time with and enjoy making them. They're not too hard to make at all, and the only thing that's really expensive is the leather, because leather is pretty expensive. Again, whoever gets it, I hope you enjoy it. I will finish up the video next week with the leather lace. I'll pick that up this week and we'll finish it up next week on Pathfinder TV. Thank you for watching this video, guys. Thanks for supporting Pathfinder TV. This is just a little token of appreciation from me, from watching these videos and sharing them with your friends and sticking and supporting Pathfinder TV. This has been Abrahm with Pathfinder TV, instructor at Pathfinder School. And as always, guys, have a good week, and I will see you next one.